I was only supposed to deliver a package. Seriously. That's it. One standard courier job, no complications. Take the crate, drop it off on Ziffer 9, collect payment, and maybe hit a noodle stand on the way back to my ship. What I got instead? A royal engagement to the most notoriously hideous princess in the galaxy. And when I say hideous, I don't mean, oh, she's got a few extra limbs, or her eyes glow in the dark. No, Princess Viertlasha of House Moravax was said to induce madness just by being looked at. There were stories. Entire fleets that had gone berserk after catching a glimpse of her face during a diplomatic transmission. Species across the quadrant put up literal warning buoys around her sector. So how did I, Jax Arlen, freelance hauler, former merc, average human male, end up accidentally engaging in a sacred interstellar betrothal ritual? One word, eye contact. Me explain. The job that ruined my life. It started like any other haul. I picked up a sealed crate from a shady broker on the moons of Omelos, nothing too unusual there, and was told to deliver it to the Royal Palace on Zifra 9. No specifics, no clearance codes. Just don't open it, don't ask questions. I should have walked away right then. Zifra 9 was on the outer edge of the unaligned zones, a place where imperial courts mingled with tribal warlords and eldritch cults. Most people didn't even fly near that system, let alone land on it. But credits are credits, and the payout was hefty. When I landed, I was greeted by what I can only describe as a tentacle butler. No eyes, no mouth, just a series of rings that vibrated when it spoke. "Welcome, honored suitor." What?" I asked, already half turned around. "You have come bearing the sacred vessel," it said, gesturing to the crate. "You must be brave. Or foolish." "Mostly broke," I muttered. I was ushered inside a palace carved out of a crystalline mountain. Hallways shimmered with strange symbols, shifting in and out of view as I walked. The air smelled like cinnamon and ozone, and every servant I passed bowed deeply, as if I were somebody. Then we arrived at a massive chamber. Torches of cold plasma lined the walls. In the center sat a translucent throne of bone and light. Upon it reclined her, Princess Viertlasha. I didn't mean to look. She shifted, her robe falling just enough to reveal her face, or whatever anatomy counted as one. My eyes locked onto hers for half a second. That's all it took. My mind reeled. I saw geometries that shouldn't exist, colors without names. Her features twisted space and reality. It felt like falling into a black hole and being gently hugged at the same time. I blinked. Then I screamed. And then she smiled. "The sacred law of the House of Moravax." "He has seen her," boomed a voice from above. A judge, no, a priest, descended on anti-grav fans, holding a scroll made of living skin. By the ancient codes of Moravax, he who beholds the visage of the princess must wed her, lest all 3 moons bleed ichor and fall. "Hold on," I said, gasping. "I didn't mean to look at her. Can't we just, I don't know, rewind time or something?" But the laws were clear. The sacred rite had begun. To withdraw would be a universal insult, one that could reignite the Second Shimmering War or summon the Deep Fangs. "You should be honored," the priest said. "No other species has lasted more than a second under her gaze. Your brain is surprisingly stable." "That's the nicest thing anyone said to me all year," I muttered. Then Viertlasha spoke. Her voice was like music made of glass and storms. It bypassed my ears and vibrated directly in my spine. "I accept this, mate," she said. "Let the preparations begin." I tried to run. 2 gelatinous guards stopped me by oozing around my legs and whispering lullabies in ancient tongues. "Wedding planning. with tentacles. Over the next 10 days I was prepared. That involved being dipped in ritual ink, taught ancient Moravxian customs, and fitted with a ceremonial battlesuit shaped like a beetle. I learned that the wedding would take place during the convergence of the moons, under the gaze of the first star. Billions would watch across the systems. It was the event of the millennia. Meanwhile, Lasha took a liking to me. She left me cryptic gifts, a singing worm, a gravity-inverted fruit, and a cube that screamed whenever I touched it. I tried to stay respectful, but it was hard when your fiancé's smile caused temporary memory loss. The worst part. I started getting used to her. The nightmares faded. Her voice stopped making my nose bleed. I even started to understand her language. The way she described existence was so different, so raw. It was like seeing the universe through an alien's third eyelid. But that didn't mean I wanted to marry her. So I did what any rational human would do. I started plotting an escape. The breakout plan. I found an unlikely ally in Zri, a servant drone with a rebellious streak. Zri had served the royal family for decades, but secretly believed in overthrowing archaic flesh bonds. In exchange for a seat on my ship and a promise of freedom, Zri agreed to help me flee. The plan was simple. During the pre-wedding ritual, the trial of bone and steam, I'd fake a heart attack. While the priests rushed in, Zri would disable the palace gates. We'd escape on a skiff, race to my ship, and jump to FTL before they could summon the void leashes. It went almost well. Collapsed right on cue. The priests screamed, Lasha wailed in 4-part harmony, and Zri did its part, opening the gates and zapping a few guards. I made it to the launch pad. The skiff sputtered but flew. I could see my ship, the Rust Bucket Rhapsody, waiting like a beacon of sanity. Then Lasha appeared. She teleported, literally bent space, and stood in front of the ramp. "I will not stop you," she said. "What? You are free to choose. Love is not forged through duty." I stared. This was unexpected. "But," she added, "know this, if you go, I will not seek another. You are the only mind strong enough to withstand me. I will return to solitude, and the marriage pact will dissolve. But the ripple it creates may awaken things best left asleep." I looked at her, really looked. This being, feared across galaxies, could have enslaved me with a word. But she didn't. She was letting me go. "You could have forced me. That would make you less than you are." I hesitated. Then, like an idiot, I walked back to her. "So yeah, got married." The wedding was spectacular. 3 moons aligned, the first star pulsed, and choirs from 9 dimensions sang the mating hymns of the Moravaks. I wore the beetle suit. Lasha wore an antimatter gown that shimmered like collapsing stars. And yes, I kissed her. Or the anatomical equivalent. Felt like licking electricity and sipping moonlight. After the ceremony, I was granted the title of Prince Consort. I got a spaceship the size of a city. Got respect, wealth, influence. But most of all, got her. Turns out, Lasha isn't just a hideous space princess. She's brilliant. Funny in a deeply cosmic way. Kind if your definition of kindness includes offering someone a black hole seed as a gift. I still don't understand all of her. But that's okay. Epilogue. The universe blinks first. It's been 3 standard cycles since our wedding. Together we've ended 2 interplanetary wars, colonized a gas giant, and adopted a sentient plant child named Greel. Every now and then I think back to that day. That one stupid glance.